All right, we're gonna do another fight with the Title Bout PC. This one's a little of a intriguing matchup between two heavy punchers uh, who also had kind of weak chins. Uh, Tommy Morrison was kind of in my era, 80s, early 90s. I just remember him coming up, and uh, you know how most people are enamored with the guys who can knock people out. And one thing you gotta give Tommy Morrison is that he did have one of the better hooks in the fight game. Um, uh, I'm surprised he only. I mean, he had 3 losses in his career, but I'm surprised he didn't have any more knockout losses. I mean, he got. I mean, it seems like he would get stunned quite a bit, get kind of rubber legs when he got hit with a good punch. Uh, but he could also uh, knock you out quickly. Late, I think of that Razor Ruddock fight. I think it was Razor Ruddock, where Ruddock caught him. He Morrison looked like he was done, but he caught Ruddock with a hook and knocked him out. So he could end a fight at any time. And Ernie Shavers, you don't really have to say much about him. He's considered one of the harder punches in the boxing. So this is going to be an interesting matchup. I don't think it's going to go the full 10 rounds. It's scheduled for 10. Uh, I don't remember. I remember Ernie more at his later end of his career. I didn't see him in his. I don't recall seeing him in his heyday. Um, but my dad would tell me stories about Ernie Shavers. So let's go to the ring and see what we have. All right. So first thing I want to say is that I contacted the programmer of the game, um, and I saw on the Facebook page that some people were having the same issues with the uh, control factor conversions. If you go by the chart that's comes with the board game, uh, it has a conversion chart. They convert like high certain numbers, high numbers like a 12 versus a 12. If you saw, it would convert to a 10 versus a 10 control factor. So that way, certain fighters wouldn't have control most of the fight. Gives them higher control instances. So, for example, I did I think I had a fight where I had Tommy Hearns versus Jose Annapolis, and they were both like 12 and 11, and it was supposed to convert to 10-9, but it didn't do it in my fight, but then it did it, and when I reset it up to check it. Now this one shows 11-9, and if you go by the conversion chart, it's supposed to be 10-8, but I don't think it really is that big of a deal. I tried to back out, reset it up. Somebody on the Facebook page said to hit the no button, then back to the yes button. I did that 3 or 4 times, and then it's still showing 11-9. So I'm going to leave it like that. So here we go. Round 1. Morrison's endurance, and they're both got very low endurance here. So, like I said, this should be a fairly quick, I should say. I would say, I'm going to say it's going to be a 3rd or 4th round knockout for somebody. You see, both have a 4 knockout rating. Shavers is 2-3 for his knockdown. Morrison a 1-4 So let's go at it. Here we go. Opening bell. And Morrison has control. Possible foul? No, no foul. He loses control. It's over to Shavers. 75. Move. He's got Morrison pinned in the left neutral corner. He's going to lose control though. Back to Shavers. Shavers misses. Scott still has control. Possible foul. No foul. Both these guys are B fouls. He's going to lose control. Back to Tommy Morrison. Morrison lands a nice cross. No cut. It's a 4-point punch. He landed a clean shot. Still in control. 46. He's going to miss. 55 is going to be he can't hit on the counter. It's over to Shavers. Shavers, nice jab. Still in control. Whoop. I hit miss twice. Okay. So lose. Gets it back. 42. Counter. It's going to miss. Loses control. It's back to Morrison. Morrison lands a nice hook. Still in control. 64. Both fighters grab and hold on. Morrison lands another hook. Lose control. Over to Shavers. Going to pin Morrison in the far corner. And that's going to be the end of round one. Check the foul. No foul. So 8-2 punching points. Or punch points. In favor of Morrison that first round. Not a lot of action, but Morrison did catch him with one nice shot early in the round. We go to round two. Morrison lands a nice hook. He tries to get that hook loose. He's going to stay in control. Clinches. It's going to be over to Shavers. Shavers loses control. No, he gets it back. He's going to land a nice jab. Still in control. Oh, nice punch. Combination from Shavers. Loses control. Gets it back. Lands a nice uppercut to the chin of Tommy Morrison. Oh, a nice hook. As Morrison develops some minor swelling under his left eye. Still in control, Shavers. Lands a nice cross. So he'll lose control there, but he gets it back. Big uppercut from Shavers. He's still in control. Loses it. Over to Morrison. Lands a nice hook. Oh, a big hook. He lands that hook right at the end of the round. But as Shavers turns around, looks a little stunned as Morrison caught him with one of those patented hooks. But before that, it was all Shavers. So we head to round three. Morrison in control. He's going to miss. Morrison loses control. Over to Shavers. Shavers still in control. 35 misses. Gonna lose it. Over to Morrison. Morrison. Nice hook. Stays in control. He's gonna pin Shavers in the near corner. Fires off a combination. Stays in control. Excuse me. Oh, he's just going to miss there. And he loses control. It's over to Shavers. Shavers. Nice cross from Shavers. He's going to lose control. Back over to Morrison. Morrison lands across. Stays in control. 72 is going to stay at ring center. Loses control. Back to Morrison again. No foul. Stays in control. Lands a nice cross. Loses it. And that's the end of round 3. So Morrison, after that big shot he landed at the end of round 2, carries that momentum into round 3. Wins it 9-3 on points. We'll head to round 4. So this is where I thought this fight might end, but so far the endurances are still in fairly good shape. Nobody's been really staggered yet. So let's see what happens in round 4. Morrison loses control. It's over to Shavers. Shavers misses. Morrison flails wildly on the miss, on the counter. So lose it. Back to Shavers. Both fighters grab a hold of one another. Get a little breather. Shavers misses. Back to Shavers. Shavers lands at a right cross. Shavers still 43. He's going to miss. Another wild miss from Morrison on the counter. Shavers is going to lose control. Gets it back. 34. He misses. Shavers still in control. 75. Moves to the right neutral corner. Gets Morrison pinned right there. Fires off a uppercut. Lands squarely on the jaw of Ty Morrison. Shavers. Motion to keep his hands up. Still in control. A miss. Another wild miss from Morrison. Shavers. Another big cross. Shavers. As Morrison grabs on and holds. Loses control. Over to Morrison. He'll back to ring center. That's the end of round 4 as he lands a nice uppercut at the end. But this one was Shavers. Shavers looks like he took round 4. We head to round 5. Morrison pins Shavers on the far ropes. Lands a nice hook. Another nice combination. Check for a cut. Oh, he's got a cut here. It's going to be minor under his, I think that's at his right eye. Loses control. Over to Shavers. Shavers lands a hook. Loses control. Back over to Morrison. Morrison comes back with a hook of his own. Still in control. He'll miss. Still in control, 62. Shavers holds on. Still in control. Lands a nice jab. Nice cross from Morrison. He'll lose it back to Shavers. Shavers lands a big right cross. And it's going to be a nice shot by Shavers. Morrison staggered back, but he's still up. Loses control. Morrison. Clinch. Loses control. Back to Shavers. Shavers foul check. Referee gestures to his forehead. Shavers. Nice jab from Shavers. He's going to miss there. Stays in control. 28 is going to land as the end of round 5. A good round for both fighters, with a slight edge to Earnie Shavers. We head to round 6. Morrison is in control. He'll miss. Counter. Gonna miss as well. Back over to Shavers. Shavers stays at ring center. Loses control. Back to Morrison. Nice hook from Morrison. Back over to Shavers. Possible injury. Uh-oh. Earnie Shavers slips on a wet spot. Twists his ankle. But there's no injury. He's okay. Fighters are implored to move on. Shavers. Nice combination from Earnie Shavers. He'll lose control. Back over to Shavers. He'll miss. Morrison's in control now. He's going to miss there. Stays in control. Nothing occurs. A break in the action. Back over to Shavers. He pins Morrison in the left neutral corner. Now he's got him on the near ropes. Miss here. Nice hook from Shavers. Big cross from Shavers. And that's the end of round 6. Morrison did not do much that round. His endurance is down to 7. He's fading fast here. Shavers looks to try to end it. Still a pretty close fight though. Round 7. Morrison loses control. Back over to Shavers. Shavers lands a nice hook. Possible cut? No, no cuts. Shavers. This Morrison grabs the hold and he's just holding on for dear life now. Shavers. A miss. Control check back to Morrison. He lands a nice hook. Back to Morrison. Nice cross from Morrison. Morrison. And a miss. Loses. Back to control though. 36. It's going to be a miss. He's going to lose control. Back over to Shavers. Shavers with a big combination. Shavers still in control. Lands a big stiff jab. Lose control. Back over to Morrison. Nice uppercut from Morrison. He'll lose control. Back over to Earnie Shavers. Shavers with a big right cross. Back over to Morrison. Pins Shavers in the far corner. Loses control though. Shavers has it. It's going to be a nice hook to finish the round. That's going to put Morrison in fatigued. Numbers here now. Let's see if Shavers can do something here in the later rounds. Round 8. Morrison can't control Shavers. Back over to Morrison. There's no foul on the foul check. Morrison loses control, but he gets it back. 62. It's going to clinch. Morrison pins Shavers in the left neutral corner. He's going to lose it. Gets it back though. Lands a nice hook. Just had no oomph behind it. Shavers just walks through it. This one will miss. Shavers misses on the counter. Morrison. Nice hook again. Still in control. Morrison. Nice jab. Morrison pouring it on here in round 8. It's looking sharp. Oops. Hit the wrong button there. Nice uppercut from Tommy Morrison. Morrison still in control. And he's finally, he's going to get it back on the control check. Now that's it. Tommy Morrison controlled most of that round. Very interesting. Round 8. Shavers seemed to take that round off. We head to round 9. Shavers' defense down to 2, or endurance down to 2. Both these fighters quite gassed. Oh, Morrison will not get control. It's over to Shavers. Shavers lands a big right hook. That got Morrison's attention. Stays in control. He'll get it back. 61. Over to Morrison. Clinches. Pin Shavers on the far ropes. Loses control. It's over to Shavers. 28. It's going to land a big uppercut from Earnie Shavers. Going to get the control back here. Again, with a nice hook. We'll lose control here. Over to Morrison. Uh-oh, he's going to issue a warning for rabbit punching on Morrison. Loses control. Gets it back. 12. Big right cross from Tommy Morrison. Loses control. Gets it back. Oh, there's that hook. But like we said, there's not much oomph behind it right now. Stays in control. Possible foul. Now he's going to get a warning for headbutting. The referee stops the fight. They're going to check Shavers out. Oh, he's got some minor swelling under his left eye. That's going to end round 9. We head to the 10th and final round. Surprisingly, neither fighter has touched the canvas. Morrison. Does he want to use... No. Just fight it out. He's going to lose it. Gets it back. 17. Big cross. Minor swelling over his right eye. Shavers. Nothing occurs. Shavers gets Tommy Morrison on the near ropes. Nice jab. Back over to Morrison. Missed on the counter. Morrison, nice hook. Nice cross from Shavers. Shavers trying to put this fight away. Morrison trying to do enough to get a decision. There's a big right cross from Earnie Shavers. Oh, major swelling over Tommy Morrison's left eye. Morrison control, 35. He's going to miss. Back over to Shavers. He gets a warning for rabbit punching. Shavers. Nice combination from Earnie Shavers. Shavers clinches. 4 seconds left. And that's the end of round 10. That might have did it. Shavers might have did enough to get the decision here. Let's go to the judges. Earnie Shavers, 96-95. Earnie Shavers, 97-94. And Tommy Morrison got judge 3. But Shavers is going to get the split decision victory. So we didn't see a knockout. We didn't see a knockout, but we did see Shavers get the split decision win over Tommy Morrison. Yep. I think that last round is if Morrison could have won this round and Judge won. He might have got the split decision, possibly. Oh no. So a big final round from Earnie Shavers. And that's going to put him in the victories ledger there. So that's that, and I guess that's all I thought I wanted to say something else, but I cannot remember what it was. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.